Welcome you all to the course Database Management System. Myself Mohammad Asifuddin Mondol, Assistant Professor Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Narula Institute of Technology. This is lecture number 19 of this course. And these are the topics which I am going to cover during my lecture. First, I will discuss about union operator. Then I will discuss the foreign key, the concept of foreign key, and the two concepts associated with the foreign key are on delete cascade, on delete set null, and then I will discuss a little bit of concept of view. So the first operation is the union operator. The union operator is a binary operation, as I already have mentioned this operation in relational algebra operation. Union operation is a binary relational algebra operation because union operation performed on two relation. It used to combine the result set of two or more select statement. That means from two or more relation, if we want to combine the records from two relation, then we have to use the union operator. And the important point which I have already discussed is that to perform the union operation between two relation, the condition is that both relation should have same number of attributes, means they have same arity, means they both the relation which are involving in union operation, they should have same number of attributes. First, second condition which simultaneously needs to be held is that the ith attribute of relation R1 and ith attribute of relation R2 both should be of same data type. That means if relation R1 is there, relation R2 is there, and if these two relation are involving in union operation, then the number of attribute in R1 and number of attribute in R2 must be of same number. Simultaneously, the ith attribute of R1 and ith attribute of R2 must be of same data type. This is a very vital point. Otherwise, we cannot perform the union operation. And the column in each select statement must also be in the same order. Means while performing the union operation, then order of the column must be same. Syntax: select column name from table 1. This is the one query. The output of the query is a temporal relation, and another temporary relation will be formed with the help of this query. Select column names from table 2. So this is the query which is operating on table 1. This is the another query which is operating on table 2, and these two result set are combined with the help of union all, whatever you can do. But the output of that temporary relation and output of that temporary relation both have same number of attributes, and the data type of their corresponding attribute should be of same type. That means the first, if for example the first attribute of that temporary relation is of string type, then a character type or varchar type, then the first attribute of this temporary relation should also be varchar type. I mean, same corresponding attributes of these two relations should be of same data type. And take an example. Suppose we have to display all the customer who have either loan or an account. Just recap the relation which we used to use in relational algebra operation. Suppose we have two relation, borrower and depositor. The relation borrower has two attribute. One is the customer ID, and the other one is user is borrower. That means the other attribute should be loan number. So customer ID, loan number. And in case of depositor relation, two attributes is customer ID and account number. So borrower relation contains the customer information who have a loan, and depositor relation contains the customer information who have an account. So our objective is to display all the customer name who have either account or loan. So that means first we have to fetch who have an account, then we have to fetch the record who have a loan, and then we have to combine all together. So select name from borrower, this will generate relation, with a customer name who have a loan, and this relation will fetch the name of the customer who have an account, and if we do the union operation between them, then it will combine the dataset from these two relations and duplicate value will be eliminated. So the resultant relation will be name of all the customer who have either a loan or account or both. But if a customer have both loan and account, then it will appear only once, duplicate value will be eliminated. And if we add the order by clause here, I think it should not be here. Let me rectify it. So order by should not be there. If you want to write, then it should be order by name. That means after getting the result, we can arrange the name in ascending order. Otherwise, no use of it, order by clause. So select name from borrower, it will select the name who have a loan. This will select the name of customer who have an account, and if you do the union operation between these two, then it will combine the data set from these two relation. That means it will produce a relation with a customer name who have an either account, who have an either loan or account or both, and again the duplicate value is going to be eliminated. The next point is the foreign key constraint. Now before that, just recap what is primary key. Primary key is the key by which, primary key is the key means the primary key is the attribute by which we can uniquely identify a particular record from record set. For example, this is the artist table. Just consider this relation, artist table. This is the artist ID and their corresponding name, and suppose artist ID is unique for each artist. So artist ID is the primary key. Why? Because with the help of artist ID we can uniquely identify a particular record. For example, display the artist name which have artist ID is 1, then it only identifies that particular record, no other than this record. So artist ID is the primary key. Already we have discussed the primary key, but now the new concept is the foreign key. Foreign key actually is a key by which we are actually establish a link between two relations. So foreign key is a key by which we are basically establishes a link between two relations. Now a foreign key is a key, or the foreign key is attribute in one table which is the primary key of another table. For example, so that means, for again I'm repeating, foreign key is a key or the attribute in one table that refers to the primary key in another table. So that means a key, a particular key or a particular attribute which is a primary key in one relation may be used the same attribute as a foreign key in another relation. Let's take an example. This is the artist table with two attribute, artist ID and artist name. Here artist ID is the primary key, and suppose we are going to store the information of album name which is composed by the artist, and that information stored in album table. So album table has following attribute: artist ID, album ID and album name. So here in the album, this is album table. In the album table we have artist ID, and again the same artist ID is also present in artist table also. So this is the artist table and this is the album table. So the artist ID attribute which is used in the album table is also present in the artist table, and in the artist table the artist ID is the primary key. But here artist ID is not a primary key. Here album ID is the, suppose album ID is the primary key. So here we can make the artist ID which is the primary key of artist table, we can assign that ID and that attribute as a foreign key to that table. Suppose we are assigning that particular attribute as a foreign key. So what happen if we assign that particular attribute as a foreign key in the album table? So that means the attribute artist id is a primary key in one relation but not the primary key in another relation, but can be set as a foreign key. And if we set it as a foreign key, then we are able to establish a good relationship between this. And with the help of this, why we are termed it as a good relation, we are explaining that with the help of foreign key we can implement the concept of referential integrity. Now before discussing the referential integrity, once we set a foreign key concept, then we have a relationship between two tables. So the table containing the foreign key is called child table. That means in that example the album table contains the foreign key artist id. So album table is going to be termed as a child table, and the table which contains the primary key, here artist id is the primary key, so the table which contains the primary key is called referenced table or parent table. So artist table is the parent table or reference table, and album table is child table. Now with the help of foreign key concept we can implement the referential integrity. Now it's very vital. What is referential integrity constraint? Referential integrity constraint is a property of data stating that all its references are valid. Means in the context of relational database, it requires that if a value of one attribute of a relation references a value of another relation, then reference value must exist. What does it mean? Suppose three artists are there, 1 2 3, and their corresponding names are there, and each art, suppose the artists are publishing their album. For example, artist, there is no artist id 1, that means artist is present, but at present artist 1 is not publishing any album, but artist 3 are two entries are there against artist 3. This is 3 1 and again 3 3. That means artist id, whose id is 3, is published two album, these two, first and second one. And interesting point here is that another artist whose artist id is 4 is published album Eat the Rich, that's the album. But interestingly, the artist id record of artist id 4 is not present in the artist table. It may happen that the artist 4 has published an album, but the record is somehow deleted, or he has left the company. That is why the company erased her data from the artist table, but somehow forget to erase the data from the album table. So that kind of scenario means it's not going, that kind of scenario is that in the with the help of this foreign key artist id in the album table, if we consider only the value 4, artist id 4, this value, this artist id value, foreign key value, is not referring any valid value of artist id in the reference table or parent table. Means the value 4 against the foreign key attribute is not present in the value against the primary key attribute of reference table or parent table. The data 4 is not present in the parent table. That means that is why it is shown as the link broken. The artist id 3 value against the foreign key is present in the parent table, so 3 is present, this 3 is also present, but the record 4, this record is not referencing any valid data. 4 is not present, it's not referring any valid data, so that kind of record should not be exist in a record. So what referential integrity does constraint, it ensures that whatever the value of one attribute of a relation referred to the value of another relation, it should refer the value which exists in parent relation. So referential integrity means the value of foreign key by which we are referring to another relation, it should refer some valid value. Means the value which we are referring to the parent table, that value should exist in the parent table, and that referential integrity constant can be implemented with the help of foreign key. So the thing is how to create a primary key. Already we have seen in the SQL during create table command. Now next job is how to assign a particular attribute as a foreign key of a particular relation. This is the main next point. So create table, first we have to create the relation author, create table author ID number 3 data type is assigned as a primary key and author name is varchar 30. So create table is created where author ID is primary key. Suppose in that example, suppose we are going to create two table, author ID primary key, author name, and we are going to store their published books. So create table books, book ID number 3, book title varchar 2, book price, book author ID number 3. Now book author ID becomes foreign key, so that means we are assigning the book underscore author underscore ID as a foreign key, and it references author ID of the relation author. That means in the relation author ID is the primary key, and in book relation, let me change the value, change the name of the attribute name here, author ID. So author ID, which is a primary key of author relation, we are making the author ID as a foreign key. So author ID number 3 is the data type. So author ID, which is present in the author table as a primary key, is assigned here as a foreign key, and it refer to the relation author of author ID. So that means author ID has becomes the foreign key in the book relation, which is the primary key of author relation. And here we are establishing a link between book and author. Here book relation, which have a foreign key, is termed as the child table. In the author relation, where primary key belongs to the corresponding foreign key, is known as reference table or parent table. So once we define a foreign key concept, once we define a foreign key relationship between the table author and book, then we are imposing the referential integrity constant. And once we imposing the referential integrity constant, then whatever the data we are going to be insert, the data should be valid, and the data of author relation which refers to the book, or the data of book relation which is referred to the author, must refer to the some valid data. Let's take an example. Suppose we try to insert a book information. Suppose we want to insert a book ID 2, book title Java, price 500, and suppose author ID is 4. This set of record we are going to insert in the book relation, but assume that the author ID 4 is not present in the author relation, then we cannot insert that record in the book relation. This is the constraint which we are imposing with the help of foreign key concept, and this is termed as referential integrity. Suppose, again I'm repeating it, suppose I want to insert a new book record, say book ID is 10, book title is Java, price of the book is 500, and the book is and suppose the corresponding author ID of that particular book is 4. If we want to insert that record, but suppose assume that the author ID 4 record, author ID 4 and their corresponding name record is not present in the author relation, then you cannot insert that corresponding book information into the book relation. That means if the parent table or reference table has no corresponding record, then their corresponding information cannot be inserted into the child record, and this is known as the referential integrity constraint. That means from book relation, whatever we are going to refer to the parent relation, it should refer some valid data. If the foreign key is not there, that means if you omit that part, only we have written author ID number 3, just omit foreign key references author ID, just exclude that part, then what happen, then you will be able to insert book, that record means then we will be able to insert a book information for which no author is exists. For example, book ID is 10, book title is Java, book price is 500 and author ID is 4. We will be able to insert that record even if no corresponding record is present in the author relation if you omit that part, foreign key references author ID. So in that case what happened, the corresponding author ID 4 is not present in the author relation, means no author exists on that author ID, but still there is a book. That means there is an inconsistency into the relation. That is inconsistency. That means book is there, but corresponding book for that particular corresponding book there is no author exists in the author. But in real life it should not be happen. If there is a book, there should be at least one author. If there is a book, there must be a author. So that kind of real life scenario can be implemented with the help of referential integrity constant, with the help of foreign key concept. So if we write the foreign key references author ID, then we are imposing the referential integrity, and once we imposing the referential integrity constant, then we have to insert a data into child table if the corresponding record present in the parent table, means the author table. The next topic is on delete cascade operation. So on delete cascade means is very important property. A foreign key with on delete cascade delete means that if a record in a parent table is deleted, then the corresponding record in the child table will automatically be deleted. This is called cascade delete in SQL Server. That means, again I am repeating it. Suppose what happened, the author ID is 4, author name is suppose author ID is 1 and name is Rahul. Suppose author ID is 1 and the author name is Rahul, and that particular author have published a book, say book ID is 10, book title Java, book price 500 and author ID is 1. That means author ID 1 whose name is Rahul published the book Java. Suppose few days later the author ID whose ID is 1 has left the publishing company, has left the job in the, has terminated the contract sign between the publisher and the author ID whose author ID is 1. So author has left the publishing company, so publisher delete the author's information from the author table. So author ID 1 and the corresponding name Rahul is gets deleted from the author relation. But if we do not impose the on delete cascade operation, if we not imposing the property of on delete cascade operation, then what happen, the corresponding value will be, the corresponding book information will be there, but it should not happen. So if we write on delete cascade operation, then what happen, once we delete the author information from the author table, then their corresponding book information is also be set to null. Means once we delete the record of author ID 1, corresponding name Rahul, once we delete that particular record, then corresponding book information of that particular author ID is becomes set to null. Then it becomes a valid database state. How to do that? In the create table book relation, means you have to modify that part. How? Just you have to mention, just let's modify it. Modify it. How to modify it? Book ID number as usual, book title varchar 230, book price as usual number 3, then author ID number 3, foreign key is assigned as a foreign key, references the parent table author is references the author ID which is the primary key of author relation, and then you have to specify the on delete cascade operation. So on delete cascade, so once we put on delete cascade operation, then what happen, if you delete a record from parent table, means if you delete a record from author table, author information, once the author information is gets deleted, then corresponding author's book data is become not it's going to be deleted, not set to be null. On delete cascade means the corresponding record of book relation is going to be deleted. Again I am repeating it, once we delete the author information, then the corresponding author's book information is also be automatically deleted if we add on delete cascade operation over here. And if you not include the on delete cascade operation, then what happen? Even if you delete the record from parent table, means even if you delete the author record from the author table, their corresponding book record is also going to be present in the book table. It's not going to be deleted. But once we put on delete cascade operation, then once the author information is deleted from the author table, then their corresponding book information automatically be deleted, and then that is how the consistency persists. The next topic is on delete set null is another way to make a consistency. Now on delete set null means once we delete a record from parent table, means from a author table, then corresponding author's book information is become set to null. So just instead of on delete cascade, we have to write on delete set null. So once the author records is deleted from the author table, then their corresponding book information becomes set to null. And then create view statement, already I have discussed create view statement in relational algebra operation. As we know, the view is a virtual table. Virtual table means the table which doesn't exist in logical schema but still visible to the user is a virtual table. As the name implies, view is a virtual table, means the table which doesn't exist but user can view it. A view contains row and column just like a real table, is just like a real table, but the difference is that table exists in logical level but view doesn't exist. As well as on the view, once we create a view, you can perform any SQL operation, you can do whatever you have done in normal relation, you can do where clause, you can use join statement on a view. So that means all the operation that is supported on table can be supported on view also. Example, how to create a view. So create view is the command. We have to write the create view command, then name of the view CSS student, as then this is the query. The result of that particular query will create the view CSS student. So what is the how is happened? Select name comma address from student where department name is equal to CSC. So that particular query actually fetch the name and the corresponding address of student who belongs to CSE department, and that pool of record, that set of record constitute the view CSE student. So CSE student becomes a view which have two attribute, name and address, and what data should be there, it will contain the name and address of all the student who belongs to department CSE. So that means actual relation is student, this is present in logical level, and from student relation we are creating virtual relation CSE student, and then we can perform a SQL operation on the view. For example, select star from CSE underscore student. So we are performing the selection operation on the view CSE student. Then if you execute that query, we will be able to see name and address of all the student who belongs to CSE. And these are the references. Apart from these two, you may consult the website W3 Schools for more details.